Hello peeps, hello. Slightly gloomy out there. I was rather hoping to show you a shot of my garden with the feeders and the birds and two very, very fat but very happy pigeons which collect all the droppings, not the droppings, the seeds which come off the feeders. The feeders there, the goldfinches love them. But the goldfinches, well, a lot of birds love them, but the goldfinches in particular, they just sit there. They're not clean. They're not very tidy eaters. They just sit there in the feeder itself because only small birds can get in it, and they chomp away merrily, chomp, 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 and they throw the seeds all over the place, chomp, chomp, chomp. So much so that the pigeons, there's a pair of pigeons live here too. They're very nice pigeons, but they're very fat. They're very nice pigeons. Quite fond of those two pigeons. They've been here for several years, and I can actually recognise them now. Not all pigeons are equal. Some have a little bit of brain, some have even less. Well, that's another story. But no, the pigeons, these ones always have a little bit of brain, and even as soon as they see the goldfinches approaching, even before the goldfinches have landed on the feeder, they are in there and they're down underneath the feeders because they know when they see goldfinches, they know they're going to get showered with seeds. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Other birds are tidier. I mean, the blue tits and the robin, for instance, and other birds, they just go straight in there, get a seed, then shoot off and eat it. So there we go. I was hoping to show you that this morning, but it doesn't work, I'm afraid. You've probably got much nicer gardens than me, and you don't want to see the birds in my garden, do you? Of course you don't. You want Christopher Robin. That's what we all want. So I got 3 poems lined up. We'll see how far we get. They're all from when we were very young. And the first poem is called Forgiven. And it's all about Alexander Beetle, and I suspect many of you will know it. Now, I've been practicing-ish with regard to trying to, still rubbish, aren't I? Trying to show you the illustrations of the book. Oh dear, it's so difficult getting your left and your right sorted out. If I go, anyway, there's the first page. If I go that way, it goes that way, that's it. So there's the first page. It's all about Alexander Beetle and his nanny. They all had nannies in those days. I can't see what I'm doing. There's a nanny. A nanny is very scared of beetles, as you will see on, let me think, it would be that page. Yes, got that right, that page. Which is the left page, or is it the right page? I don't know. And then if you go over the page, what do you find? You find a beetle and a matchbox on that. Got it wrong again. That side, there we go. That side, there we go. It's a beetle and a matchbox. So that set the scene for the first poem of the day, called Forgiven by Alan Alexander Milne, A.A. Milne. I found a little beetle, so that Beetle was his name, and I called him Alexander, and he answered just the same. I put him in a matchbox, and I kept him all the day. And Nanny let my beetle out. Yes, Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out, and Beetle ran away. She said she didn't mean it, and I never said she did. She said she wanted matches, and she just took off the lid. She said that she was sorry, but it's difficult to catch an excited sort of beetle to be mistaken for a match. She said that she was sorry, and I really mustn't mind, as there's lots and lots of beetles, which she's certain we could find if you looked about the garden for the holes where beetles hid. And we get another matchbox and write Beetle on the lid. We went to all the places which a beetle might be near, and we made the sort of noises which a beetle likes to hear. And I saw a kind of something, and I gave a sort of shout, a beetle house, and Alexander Beetle coming out. It was Alexander Beetle, I'm as certain as can be. And he had a sort of look as if he thought it must be me. And he had a sort of look as if he thought he ought to say, I'm very, very sorry that I tried to run away. And Nanny's very sorry too, for you know what she did. And she's writing Alexander very blackly on the lid. So Nan and me are friends, because it's difficult to catch excited Alexander you've mistaken for a match. And that is so true, isn't it, folks? Let's look at the pictures again, the illustrations by... They're so clever, actually. You remember what he goes, and Nanny let my beetle out. Yes, Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out. And beetle ran away. And there you see other page. There we go. The beetle sort of going further and further. I do it this way. Going further and further away. There we go. And then it sort of, beetle half disappears from the page. Thus. So, very clever illustrations. Right, how are we doing for time? We're doing okay. Let's have another one. Page 65, as I recall. Page 65. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ah, this is lovely. This is The Friend, and it's called The Friend. And again, I'll show you the illustration. It's quite a short poem. If you can see that, some very, very naughty little boy coloured it in. Had a red crayon for his birthday or something, and decided it really ought to be coloured. So, but you see, there's a picture of there, Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh in deep thought, deep consultation, sharing special thoughts as friends do. So this is called it's a lovely poem. This is called The Friend by A. Milne. There are lots and lots of people who are always asking things like dates and pounds and ounces and the names of funny kings. And the answer's either sixpence or 100 inches long. And I know they'll think me silly if I get the answer wrong. So Pooh and I go whispering. And Pooh looks very bright and says, well, I say sixpence, but I don't suppose I'm right. And then it doesn't matter what the answer ought to be, because if he's right, I'm right. And if he's wrong, it isn't me. Good logic for a young person, a 6-year-old. And let's just squeeze a third one in, as it's almost Christmas, which it isn't, of course, but we'll pretend it is. Page 45? No, page 55. See, I am a bear. There it is. Oh, look at that. Someone has again coloured in the illustrations. Would you believe it? How good, how bad can it get? Some naughty... So we're talking about... there we go. Wrong side again. This one is called... What's it called? Knight in Armour. Knight in Armour. And what have we got there? Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh looking on, and a rocking horse, and a knight. Yes, a knight pulling on his arm. It goes like this. Knight in Armour by A. Milne. Whenever I'm a shining knight, I buckle on my armour tight, and then I look about for things like rushings out and rescuings and savings from the dragon's lair and fighting all the dragons there. And sometimes when our fights begin, I think I'll let the dragons win. And then I think perhaps I won't, because they're dragons. And I don't. So, there. Good. Right, enough of that. Let us call today. It's a day. And I hope it's a very good day. And I'll see you again. Bye for now.